young people from around the U.S. came together to work on an initiative to advance the sexual and reproductive health and rights of people worldwide. They've done everything from host international activists on their campuses, to speaking to policymakers, to attending advocacy workshops and trainings. And today they've come together to work on videos to raise awareness about the importance of the issue and also to inspire their peers to get involved. And they've created some diverse and amazing videos.
Over the past year, I've realized how prevalent gender issues are, and I think because it's so personal in terms of just how I see people, you know, hurt each other, or how they find, you know, joy in relationships, I think it's important to work on these issues, which is what motivates me.
I think that there's a responsibility for men to look after reproductive health care because it's an issue that affects all people, not just women.
Men obviously can do advocacy. Men can, you know, be vocal advocates for, you know, women, for men themselves, and, you know, just try to spread the message of, you know, comprehensive sexual education.
Like, sexuality is really important for me because it's a large part of how people perceive my identity since I'm gay. But with that, like, I'm expected not really to talk that much about it. And I found just like in my classes, like talking about issues of sexuality is really liberating and empowering. And so that's kind of why I'm drawn to it, to get people to become empowered enough to discuss it openly.
People at my campus at least don't know much about it. It's not an addressed issue, and I feel like it should be. It's really important to, especially in our era, like I feel like our generation is moving forward on these issues and they haven't before. So I feel like it's my duty to kind of spread that awareness on campus. I think that if people hear it from students themselves, then it's more effective than if they hear it from adults or older people. So I think the most effective way to do it is to talk to your peers instead of to be told to do something.
Don't have sex, because you will get pregnant and die. Don't have sex in the missionary position. Don't have sex standing up. Just don't do it. Promise?
Yeah.
My focus on it to bring back to them is like sex education and knowledge of it, because there's still a lot of people that are doing things that, you know, are wrong, and it's easily prevented. There's just a lot of girls that drop out, and clearly there's an issue that we need to solve, and it's contraceptives, so.
I do a lot of work with the One campaign, and my main issue with them has always been HIV/AIDS, and to me that is the main issue surrounding sexual and reproductive health, because not only does it have an impact on the families themselves and people personally, but also has an impact on the countries, because economically it does affect them as well. And
I'm going to give you a little swab. You swab the inside of your cheek, okay? Then we put it into a little vial. We wait 20 minutes and we get the results within 20 minutes.
oh, okay, cool.
Okay?
People just don't understand how to use condoms or how to use birth control properly. And anything like that. It's just, we really need to raise awareness that way, which is why I was really excited to work on the video campaign to sort of tie that all in together. And I know for me, I look at the environmental aspect from it as well, and like the chemical aspect of it, and how like the chemicals we ingest every day or we're exposed to every day will affect reproductive health.
Now what are phthalates, you ask? And how can such a fun word mean something so scary?
Phthalates are chemicals used to make PVC plastics soft and pliable, almost as American as apple pie. You can find phthalates in almost every single product in your house.
From toys to food packaging, detergents.
What you don't know is that these chemicals are endocrine disruptors. So every time you wash your clothes or give your child a prepackaged lunch, you are being exposed to harmful chemicals.
Well, the video I'm doing really kind of emphasizes the fact that while street children don't have a lot of access to education in general, sexual education is very important because they're more susceptible to being abused sexually. If people have access and education to know about condoms, especially in places where HIV rates are really high, then I think that has a lot of positive impact on the society in general.
In Miami, there's a very big lack of knowledge. We have the highest incidence of HIV infections and STD infections in the entire state. So I felt that since I had a really good education as far as human, development and reproductive health, and I felt that I really wanted other students to have that same education, and that if they weren't getting it, maybe I could help in some way and get them, more involved and more knowledgeable.
Sexual and reproductive health transcends all boundaries. I think young people here understand that, and they understand that there is a huge difference between the access that they have here in a developed country versus a less developed country. And they also see the need to speak up for people who don't have the voice or the opportunity to speak up for themselves.